you have a cooler here, and you're going to fill it up maybe 70 to 80% full of ice. Or you can use these plastic blue ice blocks. That works just as well. You're going to make a foam insert and cut some pieces out of it that will fit snugly into the top of the cooler. The good news is you're not going to have to hack up your cooler at all. You have a fan over here that blows air in, and you have an exhaust port here which the air comes out. So when you plug this into a portable 12-volt battery system, the fan takes the air from the outside, pushes it into the cooler. The air goes across the ice or those blue ice blocks and gets really cold, and then comes out of here as cold air. You're going to need a marker or a pen. You're going to need a tape measure. You're going to need a utility knife. You're going to need a crescent wrench. You might need some duct tape. Always nice to have duct tape. You're going to need a large drill bit. Something like a straight edge or a square. And last but not least, the old hacksaw. Obviously, you're going to need a cooler. Any cooler can work. You can go with the cheap styrofoam coolers. This is one of these 5-day coolers. I guess you can call it top of the line. Igloo and Rubbermaid makes these. You want to get at least a 35 quart up to maybe a 50 quart. This is a 50 quart. You want to have a reasonable sized cooler so you can put enough ice in there that this system can run for a long period of time before you have to change the ice out. So 50 is probably the max on size wise. Then it gets kind of bulky to haul around with. So you need a cooler. You'll need to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy some of this 1-inch insulation foam. They use it for insulating walls. I think Lowe's is blue and Home Depot it's pink, so if you have a color preference, pick which one you want to buy. But you want to get the foam that's about 1 inch thick, because that'll make the insert reasonably durable. You're going to need a 12-volt automotive fan. You can buy these at Walmart or Myers. And I think I bought this one at Walmart for $8. And it has a 12-volt plug-in. And that goes into a portable power source. I'll show you that in a minute. And it also has a clamp, which allows you to clamp on things. You don't really need that, so that's why you need the crescent wrench. You can remove this clamp part right here using the crescent wrench. You're not going to need it, so you can get rid of it. You're going to need to buy, for the vent, in this situation I'm using a 2-inch PVC right angle, and I also cut down a piece of tube that's also 2-inch. Put these two together, and that'll slip right into a hole that you'll cut out in the foam, and you can turn it this way or that. The other option you can do for venting is, this is actually one of those air conditioner floor vents. You can also mount that on the top there and probably secure it down with some duct tape. That'll work also. And then you have the 12-volt power supply. These are the things that people buy to jumpstart dead batteries. They come in a variety of sizes. This is a 12 amp hour, which means that it'll run this little fan probably for 14 hours or 2 nights of camping. If you get a 6 amp hour one, that's obviously half the time, so that'll last you for about 1 evening or 7 hours. But I think I bought this at Kmart for $44. This plastic sheeting is $12. The fan is $8.50. The PVC stuff's pretty cheap. I think that's under $3. Or this vent, you can get these at Lowe's or Home Depot also. This is pretty cheap. I think that's under $4. You also need a little bungee cord. As you can see, I use the bungee cord to secure the fan to the foam. So now that I've kind of gone over the stuff that you need to buy, let's talk about how to make this thing. So anyways, we're going to cut a piece of foam out to fit into the very top of this cooler. You're going to have to pretty much eyeball the cutting of it. That's where your tape measure or your straight rule comes in. You know, try to get a reasonable dimension here of what that is, and you can use your knife or your marker and mark an outline on your pink insulation foam, and then use your utility knife to cut the form out. It's going to be kind of, you know, you're going to have to fool around with it until you get a nice snug fit. You want it to fit snugly in the top so there's really no air leakage between the insert and the inside lip of the cooler, because you want the cool air to come out of the vent that you're going to put into the foam. You don't want it to seep out of the side. So that's probably going to take you the longest amount of time to do, is cutting out that foam insert to get into the top of that cooler. The next thing you want to do is, let's say you cut your piece out, you're going to want to take your 12-volt fan and set it over on this side and kind of trace a line around the diameter of the fan, and then cut it out again with your utility knife, maybe a little bit undersized, so you get a real nice flush fit with this foam insert. And then what you're going to do is, you can't see it here, but I took this drill bit and hand drilled 2 holes, probably an inch away from the inside here. And this stuff's pretty easy to cut, so you can just pretty much drill through it. And then I took the little bungee cord and I attached it onto the back grill of the fan, ran the bungee cord through this little hole. It goes across the fan, up through the opposite hole, and again clips onto the other side of the fan caddy corner. Alright? And then you can take your PVC, and again, you know, you put it on the foam rubber, draw a circle around it, cut it out with a utility knife, and stick it in. And that's basically it. As I said, you know, this fan plugs into your 12-volt portable power supply. This one has a outlet over here on the right-hand side of it. So once you get that done, you put your ice in, or your blue blocks, easy for me to say. And you wiggle that insert in there so it's a nice tight fit. If you have a little air leakage, you know, you can get out Mr. Duct Tape and kind of seal over that so you don't get any air leakage out of it. But that's pretty much it. As I said, it'll probably take you about an hour and a half, and it's really simple. If you want the formal directions, which I put on a piece of paper here, you can go to the Dayton Underground Grotto's website, as you can see here on the bottom of the screen, and it should be posted there. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for tuning in, and stay cool. Bye.